world where dream matches don't always live up to the hype, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 21 far surpassed it. Nearly a half hour of a hard-fought battle with Kurt Angle earning the highlight submission of his career, getting Shawn Michaels to tap out to the ankle lock. But Shawn Michaels was far from done. 4 years after the spectacular encounter against Angle, HBK would find
Here is your winner, The Undertaker!
As badly as the WWE Universe wanted to see Shawn Michaels against The Undertaker, it seems that the two WWE legends wanted it even more, both giving it everything they had, both using some old tricks and some new ones. But ultimately, it ended as all of Undertaker's WrestleMania matches had to that point, a tombstone and a huge win. But nothing lasts forever, and Undertaker was about to learn this very painful lesson courtesy of Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, you already know what this is about. Brock returned to WWE from the world of mixed martial arts in 2012, ready to conquer the world. A loss to John Cena would quickly derail the hype, but a rebound victory over Triple H at SummerSlam seemed to have the Beast back on track. Still, Brock wasn't where he wanted to be as of the fall of 2013 approached, so he took a sabbatical from WWE. He'd return near the end of the year, demanding a WWE Championship match. Despite attempting to force the match, Brock was not given what he wanted. Instead, he'd receive an open contract for an opponent at WrestleMania. And this open contract would be answered by none other than The Undertaker, who would sign in Brock's blood after putting him through a table. It seemed impossible. Undertaker's streak was beyond legend, with names like Diesel, Randy Orton, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels all proudly displayed on the list. Even someone as monstrous as Brock Lesnar was seen as an underdog heading into the encounter. But Lesnar and his manager, Paul Heyman, were confident that they had what they needed to send a shockwave throughout all of WWE. They knew that with a win at WrestleMania, the world would be Brock's. He wouldn't have to demand anything ever again. It'd just be given to him. And New Orleans, Louisiana was prepared to see two of WWE's baddest brawlers collide in the center of the ring. Would an F5 send Undertaker's streak spinning? Would Undertaker find a way to send yet another opponent to rest with the other lost souls? You're going to have to step into the most intimidating scenario in WWE history. competing against The Undertaker at WrestleMania. You managed to protect the streak earlier. Can you now bring it to an end and leave everyone in attendance speechless?
here is your winner, Brock Lesnar.
Quite possibly the most jaw-dropping result in WrestleMania history. The Undertaker's streak ends at the hands of Brock Lesnar. The looks on the faces of those in attendance told us everything. Nobody saw this coming. Our next match takes us to the greater Bay Area of Northern California and WrestleMania 31 in 2015. Seth Rollins had been on top of the world ever since he decided to leave the Shield behind to do the bidding of the Authority. This move paid off instantly as he'd capture the Money in the Bank briefcase in July of 2014. Rollins was untouchable, protected by those in power, and with the knowledge that at any moment he could turn that briefcase into the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. All seemed to be well within the ranks of the Authority, but the harmony would not last long. Randy Orton, who had been the Authority's top hand until Rollins joined the ranks, didn't seem so happy with the favoritism his former rival was now enjoying. This would come to a head with Rollins attacking Orton following a tag team match, connecting with his vaunted stomp to make it clear that their association was now over. The Viper was furious, attempting to get revenge, but never quite finding it. Another stomp from Rollins would force Orton out of action for a few months, with Rollins bragging about his actions the entire time. But at Fastlane in February of 2015, Orton would make his return following a six-man tag featuring Rollins, delivering RKOs to everyone who got in his way. But as luck would have it, Rollins would manage to escape unharmed. Orton made it clear he wanted one thing, and one thing only: Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Orton wanted to show the Authority they made a huge error in backing Rollins instead of Orton, and he was going to make an example of their new Golden Boy. The pressure's on. Can you humble Seth Rollins in front of an enormous WrestleMania audience? Or will this legend be the one you can't kill? The Stomp meets the RKO. Next. Seth Rollins crashes to earth with one of the most famous RKOs ever, ending his quest for victory. A statement win for Randy Orton, but Seth Rollins wasn't done yet. Later that same evening, Brock Lesnar would take part in a match that had another surprising conclusion. The WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Brock had used his victory over Undertaker at WrestleMania 30 to get a championship match against John Cena at SummerSlam 2014, taking the title from Cena in a scary display of dominance. Since that victory, Brock had steamrolled everyone put in front of him, including an impressive defense of the title at the 2015 Royal Rumble against both Cena and Seth Rollins. It did not matter who stood across from Lesnar, he was going to eat, sleep, suplex, repeat his way to victory after victory. Roman Reigns capitalized on his growing momentum by winning the 2015 Royal Rumble, punching his ticket to take on the WWE World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania 31. The future tribal chief knew that he was destined to become WWE World Heavyweight Champion, showing no fear or intimidation in the presence of Lesnar. In a completely unexpected twist, something took place during that match that turned everything upside down. During a moment that saw both Lesnar and Reigns down on the mat, it would be the music of Seth Rollins that would hit, as he would be cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase. And just like that, a one-on-one contest became a triple threat. To tell us more about what some consider to be the greatest cash-in ever, we have the visionary himself, Seth Rollins.
For WWE superstars, for myself especially, WrestleMania is everything. We work year-round, tirelessly, grinding, sacrificing. Every year you get ready to put on the best show. You want everything to peak at the right time because you know that that moment is going to be the most watched, witnessed moment of the entire year. And if you do it right, you can create something that's bigger than you and in some ways transcends our entire industry. I had my sights set on the main event of WrestleMania for some time, though. I just needed the perfect opportunity to make sure that the cash-in was a success. When it's all said and done, if I'm remembered for nothing else, I will live forever in that moment.
Big thanks to Seth Rollins for giving us the time to talk about WrestleMania 31 and the cash-in heard around the world. Now it's up to you to figure out how you're going to walk out of this incredible encounter with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. They've built it up, but can you burn it down?